That's perfect.
It's Jaws.
We're doing both of them. We're racing Class 11 the first day and then TT the next day. No one's ever done it, especially in 2 bugs. What's up, motherfucker?
Hey guys, we're over here with Blake and Kevin and Evan.
Hey.
And this is the trophy bug. So, just want to let you guys know that this is happening. This is real life. This is coming together. This is Blake continuously growing. Let's take a peek, dudes. What's up, guys? So what is going on with this thing? Can you guys give us a quick overview, like when this project began, how you guys started designing all that stuff?
About 4 years ago, I took 3 bug shells, cut them all up, and made it one shell. 12 inches wider in the front, 12 inches longer front to back. 8 inches went into the front door, 4 inches went into the rear quarter window. And basically, there's our plug that Fiberworks just finished for us, which goes on this chassis.
Wow.
Actually not the plug, that's the first body that's getting done on the chassis. But we did just get the plug back today.
It's wild.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so
wait, what's the plug? What do you mean?
The plug is actually what they made the molds off of. So when we gave them the original shell that he made, they basically did the finishing work, Bondo, smoothed it out, and then they make the molds off of that body.
Okay.
So that's the body that we just got back.
yeah, it's
Wow.
And this is the result of the mold.
That's insane, dude.
So cool.
It's so crazy to see that come to life. I remember you shared that, with us before, and everybody was like, what are you guys up to, And to step back and even to come in here today and see what these guys have been progressing on, it's truly remarkable, man. This is super exciting. This is a new kind of trophy truck.
Yeah, next level shit.
It is.
Changing the game. Continue the legacy of the bug kind of just infatuation that I've had for many years, with the OG, how that took a lot of shape, and then now Megalodon, the Class 11, and all that good stuff. So as soon as I got the cab done, kind of sat around for a little bit longer than I wanted to and kind of shifted hands a couple of times for who was going to design the chassis. And Kevin actually moved into the TB Metalworks where we're both working with Timmy Boy, and he's like, let's just build it ourselves. He had some other trophy truck stuff that he played with on SolidWorks.
Right.
So we got Fiberworks involved.
I've been building like front halves and back halves for years. I was like, let's just put it all together into one package and make it all custom.
Right, because you've built some like J-arm stuff, obviously full back half stuff, but were you doing that stuff on CAD? Or
A
were
lot
you
of
just
it is, yeah.
Self-taught too.
Self-taught? Weren't we just talking about how Kevin's
we're
like, dude, Kevin's low-key genius.
Yeah.
I remember seeing some of your kits, man, from back in the day, Kevin, and they're gorgeous.
Yeah,
His newest version of the beams. His beams are just like...
People bug me from all the
Awesome,
time. I just can't keep up with the demand.
The demand, yeah.
We're looking
Right.
for a badass welder and fabricator. If anybody out there is looking for a job, you gotta be qualified though.
Super qualified. Look, not like, hey, I'm willing to. No.
I want to learn.
Qualified experience. What have you built before? You know what I'm saying?
These guys want to put you to work.
Yeah.
And like,
You better watch
leave
out. This
you
is kind of
alone.
a scary call out.
We're gonna see if you guys can hang with us. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm up at 7 and in bed at like midnight every freaking day.
And it shows. No, and that's another thing. So I think the combination of Kevin's like low-key mad scientist genius over here, just like doing all these great things with Blake's amazing fabrication skills and hustle is such a winning combo. And that's why they're doing so well. They will never say this about themselves because they're awesome, humble guys, but it shows with all the hard work, all the projects they're doing.
Suck.
With all the projects they're
Yeah, why
doing,
isn't this done already?
with the racing, no, dude, with the racing, with the how competitive the Baja Bug class is, I'm just proud of you guys, man. Seriously, these guys, phenomenal.
We're super
Thanks,
proud of you guys.
fellas.
The work ethic
appreciate
with you guys are killing it.
Okay, I have a question. So just from the beginning, right? So Blake builds a shell, and then you have this concept in your mind.
Well, originally it wasn't going to be a trophy truck. When you did that.
I want it to be a front engine.
Like a front engine, like Class 1 kind of deal, maybe?
Trophy truck.
Okay.
6100, pre-runner, whatever.
Just something that can go.
Something that could huck. Something that was different from what I've had. The bug.
Well, I remember when you first approached me with it, you're like, we're going to build a mega bug. Like, I didn't really know what kind of platform we were going off. I just knew.
And here we are. This is.
All right. But from there, we were like,
You know?
well, like, let's do a 6100. That was the original plan. We're gonna do a 6100 truck and go race spec TT.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just evolved to like, well, we want to use it as a play car still, and go to Glamis and do demos and exhibition kind of stuff. So
We need
the extra horsepower that the 6100s are kind of lacking in that
Yeah.
department. So
Yeah.
for the wow factor,
For that, and then you're gonna run 40s, and you're gonna have a lot of travel numbers,
Yeah.
and this is gonna be the first time you guys are gonna have both that combo.
Yeah, it's like
Right?
like Megalodon. It's a class fun car. It's gonna be a class fun
Jesus Christ.
front engine bug
Trophy.
thing.
Monster.
Yeah.
Trophy truck beast.
Beast monster. Change the game.
Character, man.
Yeah.
just
hopefully
just
stability
kill
for
it.
some of the big boys. This is what we're going for.
This is what Matt Martelli told me the other day. You know, off-road, there wasn't cookie cutters when off-road started. The evolution has turned it into that because a lot of people that don't have the skill set to build an off-road car want to get into it. you know.
Right.
But back in the day, you look at the early couple decades and every single vehicle was different, built by just full-blown enthusiasts, and
Right.
it's a lot of that's kind of in the racing aspect kind of steered away from that. So with this being something iconic like the Land Shark, you know, the old El Camino,
Yeah.
and some of those iconic vehicles that seem to no longer exist, we want to take that place with the TT Bug that
Yeah.
we're naming Jaws. My in picture and his brainiac skills, when they collided, they just made him
This
Big
shark freaking
Jaws.
Jaws baby.
What?
It just kind of happened that I could make it fit in the trophy truck platform pretty decently. So that ended up being the goal.
Travels.
Trophy truck slash 6100 spec TT is still kind of the same platform, so we can go either way with it still. And
You're not limited, and people.
Right.
It's going to be more of like just go instead of all the restrictive rules of 6100.
Right.
Right. Okay.
And then that way, like you said, we can go to Glamis and freaking smash because we're gonna have close to 1,000 horsepower.
I remember going to a lot of races growing up, and there was like local dudes, local shops that were building trophy trucks, you know, and so many different kinds of builds and different ideas coming out from everywhere. You know, smaller trophy trucks, bigger ones, all this crazy stuff. And then now, not that it's bad, but like you said, it's like, oh, I have this truck, oh, I have that truck, and these are our builders, and there's a solid group, which is great.
Well,
but the creativity and some of the originalness of the scene is kind of lacking.
The evolution of off-road racing, it started out as it was just R&D, right? Just fail. Okay, you know, like you remember seeing the Class 8 trucks or whatever from like the 70s. They got like 8 shocks, 8 freaking white rockets on the back. Like they're just like, okay, well let's just try 8 shocks, you know? So like as
Need more
technology
compression, add another
increased,
shock.
as technology increased and the R&D in racing increased, you know, the design was nearly perfected, right? So now it's time to take that knowledge that's been acquired throughout the years of racing and the technology that's come about, and then make it reborn, right? And I think that's what this is. Yeah, like
With character, dude. With character.
Give it,
and
give it new life.
Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears.
These fuckers.
And late Monday through freaking Sundays, dude.
I remember the
So-
first step. It was he had the cab in position, and then he had the front tire where he wanted the aesthetics of the front tire to be,
Right.
and then that's where he set the bulkhead and then started kind of laying out the
Building
floor
from there.
and where the rear tire
usually you lay out
was.
your wheelbase and your track width first in relation to how you want it to sit in relation to the body, and then have to connect points from there. You have your general outline. For the width, 92 is kind of the standard width that all these trucks they're running. Any wider than that, and you get into trouble on tight trails, and any narrower, you kind of lose some of the suspension geometry and the travel.
So that's kind of like foundationally where they've said this is a good balance.
Where trophy trucks have ended up. Kind of
Okay.
A couple inches shorter because of
Couple
the
wheelbase,
shortness of the cab, but I like shorter vehicles because I want to be able to rotate it. You know, if it's
You're used to that
long, it's hard to
control,
rotate. Yeah.
that
They react a little
responsiveness.
quicker,
Squirrely, squirreliness. Yeah, I like it.
Hell yeah, dude.
So we have 2 stages here, right? So you guys are building 2 at once. You started with this guy, and then you moved into this guy as you got further with this guy. So we have a pretty much complete chassis there with no suspension, right?
Just pulled off the jig table.
Just pulled off the jig table. We have a complete chassis with suspension, and then
Somewhat.
some
Somewhat,
drivetrain
Yeah,
components.
We're still waiting on a couple things from the laser to finish up trailing arms, link pivot tabs for the axle.
How about travel numbers and all that good stuff?
The front is going to stroke 24, and the rear is 32.
Oh my God! What do you guys think about that?
We're gonna go big.
Dude,
We're gonna send it.
you're gonna go fast.
So the next question was going to be what size shocks we got here.
These are the
Lord have
big.
mercy.
We got 4.5s for the rear, and then we got the 4.0s for the front, and we're gonna run 3.0 coilovers all the way around. That's basically their TT package. Brett over there, their customer service, and just willingness to work with us on when this thing's done to tune it with a rebay, both with him and SDG. I think, you know, combining both their knowledge and skill sets will be the ultimate package.
It's gonna be like a Megazord shock tuner, just the ultimate level.
Both of them just
And then what kind of power platform are we dealing with?
Ooh, yeah. This is a Texas Speed Re-Sleeve 427. So basically they punch the block out, stuff sleeves in them, 427 cubic inches with a Magnuson 2650 on it. This has the jack shaft driven. We're running an LSA belt line off of the front of the motor for the accessories, and then the supercharger has its own belt line with the LSX Concepts bracketry to keep this girl in place because the supercharger is going to see a lot of load.
Yeah, you got to check out this pulley system, man. We had to do all this custom to make it work. The confinements for the power steering pump.
Oh, whoa.
So as long as she don't flex too hard under big, heavy impacts. I mean, there's going to be some flex. That's you can't get away from it, but we'll find out how much flex real quick.
We'll see if it flexes while you're flexing.
I've seen closer.
Yeah, just flexing. Anything else to cover up here, guys? Obviously, we're going with house steering.
Big TT rack.
These guys,
They're legit. They're right here. Good old East County boys, right out of Lakeside, down the hill from us. So
legendary, dude.
I've ran their products my whole life. Willwood brakes. So these are 6-piston Willwoods.
Trophy truck stuff.
Yeah, Casey Curry and a handful of other guys swear by these setup. With the Camberg 2.5 front snouts and the 3.25 rear snouts. That's all their TT stuff. Here's the spindle that Kevin designed.
We went with the Camberg hubs, so we went with the Camberg snout blocks too. They sell these to build your own spindles basically. Use their base platform, so everything lined up nice.
Basically, their dual master cylinder setup here. We got this really cheap China gas pedal from Latest Rage for like $20, but
There it
it's
is.
gonna basically just be right there the whole time.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter.
We're not even gonna put a gas pedal on it. We're just gonna put a zip tie on the throttle and
There it is.
loop it onto like a bolt or something, and just that cruise control.
I have to find a new pro driver.
Yeah.
Complemented by the Willwood handbrake. This is the new Composite Bm Shifter. It's really lightweight and it's got a really good feel to it. Which is gonna be sick. So it's reverse, so third will be down low, so you don't pop into neutral when you are in third, because that can smoke your trans.
Is that different for you?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm used to a sequential or a H pattern with a clutch. Yeah, so I'm gonna be like trying to clutch kick and
In natural reaction, so that's something you got to work on.
I mean, it's kind of all comes with second nature.
That's what the simulator's for, man. It's training.
I've heard you spent some time. I've heard you've been spending some time in that simulator.
Dude,
Dude.
too much time.
You
If we
know what?
missed the mint, it's because of the simulator.
But I will say when Kevin
in
gets
there
behind
now,
the
so.
wheel, right? This looks spacious, man. Looks pretty good.
We're not gonna be rubbing shoulders like in the Class 11 though.
I mean, it's like, what's up, boo? How you doing?
You feeling all right?
Shifted into my leg.
Yeah. Last
crying?
race, we freaking.
Are you crying?
I can feel you crying.
Yeah.
So when's the goal for this thing?
The mint 400.
The Mint 400. When's the Mint
We gotta have
400?
this thing together running to be able to test in November. So we have all of November basically to.
3 months.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
You want to see the body on it?
Yeah, I think we got to see that. Oh no, hold on. Let's go over the rear. So you're waiting on stuff. Can we just acknowledge how beautiful this is? Excellent, dude.
Look at that underdrive right there, that Ford underdrive, hooked up to that maximum off-road transmission. That underdrive is basically a gear reduction. So that's a 141. So that way you can run a bigger ring and pinion, a much stronger ring and pinion to accommodate the 40s to get the gearing where you want it to be. So we should be able to max out with our RPM and tire size at like 132 to 135 on the chip and have a lot of torque in between there. So it's kind of like an all-around setup with this 195 trans as well.
Is that standard trophy truck?
Pretty close. It's a little shorter because, again, if we're doing stuff in blanks and whatnot, I want to have more torque then yeah, I don't want.
Yeah, you want to drive
I
it a
don't
little
want to
wilder.
run 150 miles an hour on the lake bed for only a couple periods of time. I'd
Yeah.
rather be able to have, since we don't have the sequentials like a lot of the top teams have, they have much more gear options
Okay.
coming out of corners. So I wanted to be able to have
You wanted to have
torque
that.
and top speed. So
Right.
that's where I figured looking
Balanced.
at the charts and where second runs out and where third runs out and where our torque curve's at. And I should always have juice.
Got it. Because that's what you're used to.
Juice.
That's what you're used to.
I like juice.
Lots of sauce, lots of pepper, and juice.
Shocks out
Yeah, dude, these are
titties.
looking great, dudes.
So good.
And the back, we got a big 75-gallon. It'll hold about 75 with all the foam and whatnot in there that Kevin designed.
Yes, this was all the custom design to
Yeah.
the chassis. So
So this is
Everything.
oh my god. So this isn't just a, okay.
yeah,
This
this
is like
is
Yes. I know.
expensive, but
Very, very
to
expensive,
get
but
the shape that we wanted to have the tires and to keep kind of a low profile in the rear. Without
you had
we
to design
had-
it.
Yeah, and to get maximum fuel capacity.
and then these are the badass Aeromotive fuel pumps that are in the tank. So these are actually routed to a Holley Hydromat, which essentially a hydromat is like a wick. It literally will suck everything out of this tank until this tank's dry. So if you don't have one in your race car or a pre-runner, usually, a quarter tank, eighth a tank, the thing starts to bobble. This thing will suck it dry.
That's what she said.
Look at these bad boys. So what's up with these guys, man?
These are the Method TT wheels.
Ooh, look at that flake in there, dude.
Yeah. With
Nice.
the bedazzled pink.
Okay.
For the ring, and then these are Gladiator X-Comp ATs.
I didn't even know Gladiator made a 40, dude.
They do, both in the ATs and the MTs, and
Okay.
they're coming out with an XT, which is an intermediate tire, which I'm excited to see because that I think will be the off-road dirt tire choice. These ATs I've ran on my Bug, I've ran the MTs,
Okay.
and they both have a very good purpose for sand, blue groove stuff, you name it. But
These were great in the sand, actually. When I put them on my Ranger, it was
Yeah.
a big difference.
Well, right on. That's exciting, dude. And you guys are going to be hopefully launching that?
yeah, hopefully at the Mint we'll have those 40s on here.
So you designed the Bug, you got all that stuff on a trailer, you got it home. How long from that point to where it's at?
We started in January of this year, so we are
8 months in.
8 months in.
With your guys' crazy ass schedule.
Yeah, and I mean, he's finished Darby's truck. He's done a lot of other things. I've done just exponential amounts of things. Brett Sloppy's came and helped us weld a little bit on this chassis. If we were full kill, we could probably be to this stage in 4 to 5 months.
It's about to be that way once we get the last of these parts that we're waiting on. It's
Well, there's no other option
it's gonna
now.
be full kills.
Yeah.
There's no option. You guys are going full kill.
If we don't make it, we're chumps.
You're not chumps.
We're gonna-
Chumps.
You're not a chump.
We're not gonna be chumps, bro.
You're not a
It's
chump.
not gonna happen.
You're not a chump.
Not at all.
Nothing comes easy, dude. You know?
If it was easy, everybody would do it, right?
What's that saying? Like a good sailor isn't, hold on.
You
let me
give
get
a
this
man
right.
a fish.
A good sailor isn't born from calm seas, right? It's like you got to go through rough shit to become an awesome sailor, and these guys are killing it. You guys are racing one of the most brutal classes, the VW class, competitively on your body, on everything. And from that to this is going to be insane.
We're doing both at the Mint.
Oh,
We're racing Class 11 the first day, and then TT the next day. Class 11's like the pre-run.
You're lying.
No one's ever
Pre-running.
done it.
We're pre-running.
No one's ever done it, especially in 2 bugs. Top tier, lower tier. What's up, motherfuckers?
You're nuts.
And that's that hustle, you guys. Nothing comes easy, dude. These guys are busting their asses, but I think this is a good place to stop for episode 1. I think we got to come check back and maybe like.
No, we gotta
Put
put
the
the
body on
first.
Oh shit! There she is,
Yeah.
in all her glory.
And then we're gonna have our PRP seats in here with our harness. Should sit head level should be right about here, so we should have decent visibility. The hood that Kevin's drawn is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a 2-piece hood, so it'll have the fenders.
Okay.
It'll come all the way down and around, and then we're gonna have hood.
That's a rule of trophy truck, right? Like you can't have an open tire. You have to have a fender.
It looks like a freaking
Giant bug.
cobra. You care? Ready to strike.
This is to give everybody a little visual. It's crazy because like by itself like this, it's like, oh cool, Baja bug. But when you're standing next to it, it's like, holy crap, you know, it looks so big.
It's giant.
Look at it.
Here, Evan, stand over here. Look at this.
Okay, I'm 6 feet tall, 230, and this is a VW bug. It's a
Dude, that's perfect.
It's Jaws.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Oh, it's big now with big tires.
It looks
right?
huge.
And the track width, it makes it look like
Dude,
a trophy bug.
No, like, this is all like real life right now. This is insane. This looks so freaking huge.
Yeah, you should have seen it.
This is
when we
gonna
had
blow
this-
people away,
we
dude.
had
I'm
this-
blown away right
we
now,
had
man.
this shell sitting next to like the actual a normal sized bug body, and it's like, holy crap! That thing
It's
is
massive.
big.
Like I said, I think from far, when you're looking at it or when you guys see pictures of it, you're gonna be like, oh, cool, it's Baja bug.
Right.
But when you see like scale,
You have to see it in person. To really
you have
be
to
like,
see it in
holy
person.
shit.
Yeah,
With the 40s, like the 40s really put perspective on it.
it's crazy. Well, guys, you guys are crushing. Please keep up the good work.
We got
I
3
think
months.
we're gonna have to come back and visit our boys really soon here. You guys, good job. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Man, again, unreal this thing.
I did it all for this t-shirt.
And all you got was a shitty shirt. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Stay tuned. We're going to do some more cool stuff in the future with these boys. We're super excited. I'm speechless seeing this thing. It really is insane. It's going to really change a lot and hopefully inspire a lot of people to do some original builds in that class.
Support these dudes in their efforts on these videos, though. Buy some Terra gear. This new shit is fire. Hats, you know the whole drill.
And also, to help Blake finish this bug, buy some Shreddy, guys. We'll throw some links right there. You guys can check it out. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. If you guys want to see more of the process of Blake and Kevin's freaking amazing feat that they're going for right now, let us know what you guys think. We'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much. Take it easy. Later.